Hi everybody, this is Eric Gausepohl, Summit Lending, and let's go over first-time home buyers and why we think first-time home buyers are going to be on the increase and why that could in fact affect our values of homes. So if you look at demographics, it really can show us how we can predict our future. So let's go back and let's look at these charts. Okay, so the first chart we're talking about is birth rates. So what we like to show you is, here we go back to 1920. We go silent generation, the baby boomers, the Gen Xers, the millennials, and then you got your post-millennials. Okay? So what we have is we can look at this, we see the birth rates, we have ways to see what's going to happen in our future. So just like we did back in baby boomers were on the rise. And we can see different businesses started to rise and whatnot. So they recycle. So if we understand per Zillow, the first-time home buyers are 33 years old, we can go back, so it's 2019, we can go back 33 years, be 1986. So let's look at birth rates from 1986. And that was right here. 33 years old, we're right here. So we can see. Do you guys see what happened after 1986? It went up. So something happened and birth rates went up from that. So as you can look at this, you know that the next 6 years we're going to see an influx of first-time home buyers. Okay, so again, in the next 6 years we're going to see more and more first-time home buyers coming into the market. We already know that in this marketplace it's already tight. Median home prices in different counties and different zip codes, that market is tight, tighter and tighter and tighter. It's going to push prices higher and higher and higher. Let's look at a couple things here too. What's very interesting is you can see a hole right here. You see where birth rates really dropped in this period of time. Why did they drop? Well, it's interesting. If you look at the housing bubble, it corresponds exactly to this. We know it happened in 2006 when we had problems with the housing market. So let's do the math. So 33 years from now, from 2006 was 1973, and that is right here. Huge drop. And why did that happen? And why did that happen in 1973? Well, some people might say birth control. Birth control was earlier, and then it came down. And it curved the baby boomer, and it came down. But this was the Supreme Court, January 1973. Now abortion was legal, so that's when birth rates came down and stayed down for a while, until another Supreme Court, they put abortions were a little more restricted. So then birth rates started going up again. So what's very interesting is abortions in 1973, and 33 years later, we had our housing bubble. There's other factors, of course. We know that the 0% down loans and all the weird mortgage products they had, but there was just not enough people to buy back in 2006. But look at this next chart. This is household formation. So household formations are in blue. That's people either going out of mom and dad's house, they're either going to rent or purchase. The gold bars are builders that are building homes. So you can see it's pretty close. Everything's pretty close. 2004, 2005. Look at 2006. Look how variable that is. So the builders did not look at what the birth rates were. So you can see that they overbuilt, and there wasn't enough people to purchase those homes. So you can see all this. Most of them are hand in glove. Look at the pattern. It matches exactly to the birth rate. You can't make this up. These people are born, they're coming. And what you will see is, look at the blue line now. Why is the real estate market so hot? Because look at especially at the entry level, the households being formed are huge, and there's not enough inventory to satisfy the demand. So we have under demand, oversupply, or over demand, under supply, which makes prices go up. So if we look at this, we see the 33, let's go back, I'm sorry. So here's where we are today with 33-year-olds. So it goes next 6 years, it's going to go up. It's going to skyrocket. The birth rate's going to open. So if we go here in household formations and we see, look at these blue lines. What's going to happen with that? It's just going to go up, up, up. And the builders are not going to be able to satisfy the demand. So as you can see, we're going to see some pressure on home prices to the upside because, again, we're going to get a lot of first-time home buyers in the next 6 years. So everybody asks, how's the housing market in your area? So if you look at the median house price in your county or your zip code, and you go a little bit above that, you're going to see extreme pressure because of these new first-time home buyers coming in. Above that, they're on the market a little longer. We already know that now. I mean, I have first-time home buyers that are having a hard time finding a home because there's not enough inventory. So us over here at Summit Lending, we have some tools to help our borrowers and our real estate agents, real estate report card. And we drill down in that soon to be zip code or county, and we can show what the inventory is and who the new household formations, how they're building and how it's going to affect home prices. So give us a chance to give us that information. We also have a great tool for rent versus buy. That's the best in the market. We have a cost versus waiting tool, help your borrowers get in there. But this is great information and it all makes sense. But we want to educate everybody on what the market is. So again, my name is Eric Gausepohl with Summit Lending. Give us a call. Let us help your borrowers out and get them going on the right path.